Question, hoorah! All right, let's give him some motivation. Let's go. Let's go. So you can ask any one of these gentlemen a question, and we'll go from there.
My leg's broken.
No, your leg is not broke. Do your best. So what's your question?
What's your favorite song?
Of yours? Of ours?
They're all our favorites.
Yeah, it's different, you know what I mean?
I would have to say Youth of the Nation is one of the funnest songs to play.
Awesome.
Just because it's fun live. Southtown is fun live too, because it's heavy and people like to go off.
Play that one too.
Wait, you guys sing "Youth of the Nation"? I thought that was in sync. What? Really?
Wait, we wish we had a big,
Hey, I'm gonna do a Tebow. Thank you. All right. The next Marine that begged me to ask a question was the Navy captain in the back. Absolutely. So we're not going to pass him off. We're going to give him the microphone.
This is for Chris Hodges. What's the tuning you use for your guitar? No, that's not the normal tuning.
Good call. That's not. I used to do a half a step down, and just recently I realized that I'm not 12 years old anymore, so my voice doesn't go that high. So I drop a full step, and then occasionally I drop it to C. So just drop C, or just a full step, standard D to D.
What kind of guitar do you have?
This one is a Taylor CE, a 214 CE, my baby. It costed $1,200?
Nice.
And it's actually pretty cheap for a Taylor.
That's a San Diego company.
Yeah.
Very nice. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good question, sir. I was going to ask the same question, but he stole my thunder. Next, we got a young man by the name of Lance Corporal Hallett. He was begging me, don't say aw.
Oh, really?
He was begging me to ask a question, so go ahead.
My question is, when are you going to play some more songs?
Good question.
Oh, Chris?
This guy?
Which guy?
Uh-huh.
I kind of would like to hear Youth of the Nation on acoustic. That would be awesome.
Our stuff don't go well on acoustic.
Sounds like
We play heavy music.
We can start a mosh pit, right? We can have a mosh pit right here.
And I want to be in the middle of it. Whoa!
We've got electric amps in the have an electric
Live.
That's funny.
I have electric amps in my room.
They're going to throw down acoustic.
Wow, we can have our own concert right here.
Covered what?
Hey, next up is Lance Corporal Hocko. He has a question.
Hey, yeah, my question is for POD. What's your guys' biggest influence musically?
I like, I'm old school. I like the hardcore movement with like Suicidal Tendencies and the Bad Brains. But I grew up on like hip hop and a lot of reggae music. But it wasn't because it was for that kind of scene that drew me into the punk rock and more of the heavy stuff. But I'm like hip hop reggae by nature. But I like positive bands. I like bands that speak something and have something to say. I've always been into like U2 and just a big Marley fan. I like inspiration, you know. But a lot of today's music is just real bubblegum and it's all. Well, you said we had to put out a record in minutes. Like we put out a record 2008, but we took some time off just to get away from the whole organized
Call out bullshit?
music. Exactly.
Well, nickel whack.
Yeah, just so we could, just so we enjoy playing music and not getting caught up in
No,
what's hot.
we don't hate on anybody, man. we're definitely fans of music, and like Sonny said, I second everything he said. But Santana, a lot of classic, The Doors, the Jimmys, Jimi Hendrix, Jimmy Page, Led Zeppelin, a lot of the older stuff. Yeah, man. And then a lot of like I grew up on Motown. So soul and funk.
I'll see you guys again.
You said you liked Bob Marley. You had dreads, didn't you?
Yeah, man.
Why'd you cut them off?
12 years. Just a new beginning, Was going through a lot of things in my life, and it was just more like a new start. Plus, when I started way back in the day, it was out of humility. It wasn't like a trend or wasn't like a fad. Now you go everywhere and everybody's locked up and everybody's tatted, and it's just a strange dynamic. But so for me, it was just like stripping, more internal cleansing than anything, and so get rid of
They're buried
that
somewhere
stuff.
in Jamaica now.
I still have them though. That's what's crazy. It's crazy.
Awesome. All right, we haven't heard from any of the Navy people or Army, or we've had a couple of Air Force. Well, I almost said Air Force. So if anyone from the Navy or Army, do you have a question? We got Private Ryan here, Saving Private Ryan. Here you go.
I just want to know how much money you have invested in tattoos.
We grew up with a tattoo artist.
Yeah.
One of his first tattoos was this one with a guitar string. That's why I stopped him. I was like, hey man, you're messing me up, stop.
This is all free because he needed someone to learn on. This is 20-something years, this is 20 years ago. So he needed someone to learn on, and it was like, now he owns like 2 shops, all his work that he does is amazing, all this is garbage, You look at these kids that go and they get their whole arm sleeve like in 2 hours now, and it's like we sat for 8 days on, you know what I mean? So it's a whole different vibe these days.
Pelican ink and guitar string.
He made his own gun back in the day, prison style.
We got a Navy question.
Hi, I'm Airman Raymond. I just wanted to know what's the best, or what's your favorite thing about being on tour?
I like traveling. I like music has afforded us to go around the world multiple times, and that's a blessing, being from the hood down here. So we've been able to experience different cultures, and the vibe is different. I mean, every audience is different. You play in Singapore and you play in Louisiana, the vibe is different, but music is universal and it speaks to people. When you see young people, old people, everybody of different backgrounds and color going off to your music, it's a good feeling. And that's why we do it. That's why we stop. Once it becomes business and politics, it's like you stop. But now we're back on the road, and we're going to be hitting the road again. We leave for Australia, New Zealand in like 2 months, and people love music outside the U.S., you know what I mean? A lot of times the U.S. is real spoiled because so many bands play, and you can see any band, any night of the week, and they get spoiled. And then but we go to like Brazil or something, and you have 15,000 kids going bananas.
They think we're Michael Jackson.
We went to the Philippines and we thought we were in sync, you know what I mean? It was like, we never been there before, but all of a sudden we had like 20 Filipino bodyguards with mullets, and they're like, they took us to it was like a hangar, wasn't it? And they had to put big screens outside because they couldn't fit any more people, and they were ripping down the screens outside, and people were hanging from the shafters, and they even cut off the side of the freeway so that we can get from one place to the other. We felt like Michael Jackson was like, this is and they were rocking the bus.
Yeah.
And we were like, dude, they're going to kill us. But it was like, who are we? You know, it's our first time in the Philippines, like, this is nuts, but they were going crazy.
I would say there's nothing like getting on stage, and whether it's 500 people, thousands, and you just hit that one note, there's that sense of urgency in the crowd, and you're like, all I gotta do is this. Ding! That makes it all worth it. You know, it feels so good to just connect with people on so many different levels musically, and Because, you know, a lot of people have memories. Oh, that song reminds me of when I was at a bar and this girl slapped me in the face. You know. Hope that answers your question.
Raymond. Hit Raymond up too.
It's funny you said Michael Jackson. Did you guys know Michael Jackson went to BYU, Brigham Young University?
That's so cool. Raymond Herrera.
Raymond wants to ask some of the Marines questions.
I do?
Yes.
Awesome, Raymond.
That's cool. Let's go. Grosky. I got an appointment. I'm busy. Yeah. Why do they keep picking on you?
That is why is everybody picking on you?
I'll let you.
I love as you can see, I'm not petite, and I love McDonald's. And every time I see Grosky, he kind of reminds me of the Hamburglar. He just needs like that cape and a little thing in the eyes, but he's definitely the Hamburglar, isn't he? Hey,
not at all.
The one with the...
I'm chubbier than he is.
You better watch out, sir.